Date everything? More like date nothing, and here's why. Date Everything is a new dating sim that took the gaming world by storm, introducing a lot of people to the genre. Normally, I play ultimate games, which is pretty similar. The game sets you up as an employee of Valdivian, a work-from-home customer service kind of job or position, and it doesn't take long before you're replaced by AI. Oh, how close that actually is to the real world. And from here, you're selected from someone, the tinfoil something, and you're given these glasses or dateviators to turn objects in your house into people, and as the name is, dateviators, you're going to date them. And from there, you can casually date them, go a little bit beyond that, and kind of do quite a bit from there. Normally from here, I talk about the common route of the game, characters, CGs, things like that, but I can't. There are way too many characters. The overall goal of the game is to realize all of them, or instead of just kind of being projected objects and such, make them actually real people. And from there, I have two more comments on this game. Well, first off, after you reach the end of the common route, or the very little beginning of the game, you are then free to date 5 different characters a game day. Not in real life time, but in game day, and continue each of their stories until you reach the end. This makes it difficult to focus on a character's story or their character. Not to mention when you have to jump from one character to another and another and another and such to finish their story, especially when you don't like them. And 2, there are over 100 different characters, especially if you get the DLC package. Depending on your interest level of each character, dedication, and attention span, this can be pretty difficult. Personally, I only liked a few characters. Once I reached the end of their story, I was personally done. The other notable thing about the game is that there's not an exact way to play. If you have all of the characters fall in love with you, you lock a certain character or characters, and vice versa if you have all the characters hate you. There are other characters that are locked if you play certain ways as well. You can have 3 characters fall in love with you, or if you exclude them, or if you exclude that character, friend routes, and certain personalities are locked as well. You have to play the game over and over again, save multiple save files and whatnot. It's a lot of tracking. Well, have you made it this far? Good. Now let's talk about what the game did do right. The biggest thing that this game did do right is diversity. For one thing, gender. It's not just male and female options. There's also non-binary characters. This is a little bit hard to see, but some characters do have they/them pronouns. You do have to pay close attention. It's not in their bio, which would have been a bit more helpful, but nonetheless, they are there. There's also a character that is in a wheelchair, which I find quite a bit harder to see in other games. There's a character with a hijab, and oh my goodness, the skin color variations. Not only are there, and by this I mean, not only are there not just white characters, but there's also black characters and a variation of the skin tone in regards to black characters. I was so surprised not only to see Kurt and Rod, but also I was so blown away by other characters that had a different skin variation as well. For example, Keys. She was so gorgeous. Not only was her skin tone a darker skin tone, but her design with it, I can't. It was so beautiful. And speaking of Kurt and Rod, there's also a cultural difference with the way that they talk and mess around with each other. If you grew up with that kind of cultural talk, it's very noticeable as well. And one of my favorites are those of us that love big people. Not just thin characters, but also big characters, those that are in between. So lots and lots of curves, and in the middle too. With that, there's also a Hispanic and Italian furries, and of course, monster options, and other oddities that also don't kind of fit the categories as well, but I digress. There's a huge sense of diversity, not just in one category, but in many, many others. And one of my other favorite things is the creativity in this game. They really meant it when they said date everything. One of the biggest creativities I thought was in this game was honestly being able to date the air, which was actually pretty difficult to find. You have to turn the AC on and then look for the air in the vent, and look for it specifically in which vent to be able to find it. And other things like looking for the dust bunny, the text box, the sound. There were so many things you had to look for and find to be able to date. No stone was left unturned. And a lot of people in the community looked for their own as well. Speaking of the community, as much as I harped on this game in the beginning, I still love seeing how the game brought a whole community together. The memes, the creators seeing the joy, it brought everyone. And hey, I have my favorites too. Overall, I think the game is decent and great in regards to creativity in the community as a whole. I have my own enjoyment. What's yours?